You know Sir Isaac Newton, he was sitting under an apple tree. So an apple dropped on him, and he asked the question. He said, how come apple dropped on my head? Then he discovered gravity. Now, I'm a Singaporean, in Singapore, I think sometimes Singaporeans shouldn't be called Singaporeans, because we don't sing a lot. You don't hear a Singaporean in the morning go to office and he sings, oh, I'm so happy to go to work now, right? I think we should be called Russians because we rush a lot. I saw this man, he was rushing on the street, my friend. I said, hey, where are you rushing to? He said, I'm rushing to relaxation center. So, Singaporeans are, although our standard of living is quite high, I do mission work in India, so I actually support 10 children in Jaskuda, Orissa. Right? So I sponsor them yearly, so I'll visit them. So I will fly to Calcutta, take a train about 8 hours to Orissa, and I spend time with the children I support. So it's a real joy, to be here. I got this passion for Indian kids, and I will try on my best because education will make their life different. I pay their education, we pay their staying. Some of them are orphans also. So Singaporeans actually generally we complain a lot. Everything no good, this one no good, that one no good. So if Sir Isaac Newton sat on the tree and the apple fell on him, he asked the right questions. And because he asked the right question, he discovered gravity. If a Singaporean were to sit under an apple tree, when the apple dropped on him, he would say, so stupid, why I sit here? And when he asked the wrong questions, he will not discover gravity. So today I want you to look at how you and I, we can build a successful financial practice. And there are 5 P's. 5 P's. There's 5 P's to this. And 5 P's has 5 questions. One question each. Let's look at it. Now, first P is passion. Turn to somebody sitting beside you and say, passion. Okay, that's not good enough. About 40% participation. One more time. 1, 2, 3, go. You see, financial planners should be the most passionate people on earth. Yes or no? You're not selling property because property people can see. You're selling a product people cannot see. It's projections. So if you don't have passion, how can your clients buy from you? So turn to somebody and look at me in the eye. Don't do this if you're from the Society of the Blind. Look at the eye and say, passion. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You got to have passion. So the question we need to ask ourselves is this question. Do you enjoy what you do? That's the first question. Yes, very good. So the second P is, we call it professionalism. The question is, are you good at what you do? Yeah, then the third P is profitability. Will people pay you for what you do? Okay, yes, and then the processes, the fourth P is, are there systems for what you do? Okay, and then finally, purpose. Do you know why you do it? Now, if you have these 5 P's in your life, you can answer these 5 P's. What will happen to your business or your practice? You will create an optimal career and business if you have these 5 P's in your life. So I'm going to walk through these 5 P's with you, how I apply these 5 P's in my practice over the years. So let's look at, first of all, you look at Kenny G. Kenny G, he's a great saxophonist. And he can even play, he has learned to play and breathe at the same time. I don't know how he does it, right? Maybe he got 4 lungs. And he has a lot of passion, right? So passion. And he's very professional. And this is profitable, right? It's a good job, huh? You just 2 hours, you make $200,000, right? So it's very profitable. And then processes. Kenny G doesn't come and arrange the mics. He just come and play the saxophone, right? So that's processes. People market for him. People do all the things, promotion for him. But he just play the saxophone. So, and you see, his purpose is to entertain people. So you see, once you have these 5 P's, you become very successful. Says Kenny G. Let's look at, this story. You see this show, Catch Me If You Can. It's a true story. It's DiCaprio. This is Leonardo DiCaprio. He stars in the show called The Titanic. The Titanic. This is a story of a real person who actually, in the U.S., there was this guy called Frank Abagnale. He actually was a con artist. So before he was 19 years old, he swindled more than $2 million. He impersonated a pilot, a doctor, a lawyer. 19 years old, So this is a true story. Now, you see con people who are con men, they are very passionate, right? Oh yeah, they are. They sound like they're real. And also, are they professional? They are. They work in teams. They call you and then they do a lot of things, right? And then after that, it's very profitable, right? To be a con man, yes. But processes are there. But you know the problem is wrong purpose. You cheat people. So this will not last. You have only the 4 P's. So let's look at, this is a social worker. A social worker has passion, and you must have double dose. Because you are really helping the less fortunate people, right? So, and professionals, they are very professional. But is this profitable, this kind of job? It's not profitable. So you see, it's not profitable. But you must have processes and finally purpose. So you see, to be able to have a job that is not profitable, so I know some CEOs, well, they are in their 50s, they stop. They go and do social work. They go and do mission work. They go and help the poor. And yep, the salary is very low, but why they do it is because they have very strong, passion. And they have very strong purpose. And they are willing to sacrifice profits, and they go. Right? So if you want to do this kind of job, you must have these 2 P's, passion and purpose. Let's look at the next one. He's a dentist. He's a dentist. He's a dentist because his parents are dentists. Right? So he joined the dental profession because his parents are dentists. So he's not passionate. He's not passionate about this job, but he's a very professional. Yeah, and dentist is very profitable. It's a very good job, no? You pay him to give you pain. Good job. But of course, you pay him more if he give you less pain. True or not? So that's a dentist. And then processes are there. You know, he'll get a nurse to do the things. You just open your mouth and you pay him, right? You just do that. And so his and lastly purpose. Yeah, okay. He helps people. Now this dentist here doesn't have passion. So his job is not optimal. His career is not optimal. But let's say this dentist, he had a passion in dancing, you know, and so he wants to try dancing. Okay. Yeah. See, a lot of young people you will find in Singapore, in India, a lot of people have a lot of dreams, right? They have a lot of vision. They want to be a dancer. They want to be a singer. They want to play football, you know, as a career. Now, many times this kind of industry, we call them apex industry, meaning only the top gets the reward. How many can be great singers? Very few, right? How many can be great actors? So the bottom one gets no recognition. So a lot of these young people wants to be a singer, and then all our parents say, yeah, what for you choose singing? You can't make a living out of it, you know, it's not a career. So that's why you see they may have passion, they may have a lot, but it's not profitable. But if let's say this dentist, he has he likes dancing, right? So let's see what happened, let's see. Okay? Now, he has a lot of passion now. He switched. He quit dentistry and he became do dancing as a job, right? So he was very passionate. He's very professional. What's the problem? The problem with this is it's not profitable, right? But what if this dentist who became a dancer began to teach schools, began to recruit teachers, began to go to the schools and say, let's develop courses for the students, and make dancing into a business again? What will happen? Then you see that it becomes profitable again, and then now he has the processes and then purpose. Right. In other words, his career become optimized. So, ladies and gentlemen, you must remember these 5 P's. Can you memorize the 5 P's? Later we have a test. You close the book, then we ask you, sir, what's your 5 P's? You must tell me, right? If not, then will you repeat the lesson again? So that's a 5 P's. Okay, so you are a financial planner and advisor. My question is, do you have the 5 P's? Yes or no? Yes or no? Very good. Okay, so I'm going to share with you these 5 P's. First of all, turn to your neighbor and say, do you enjoy what you do? 1, 2, 3, go. Very quiet. One more time. Turn to somebody and say, do you enjoy what you do? 1, 2, 3, go. I didn't ask you for yes. I asked you to ask your neighbor. Okay, so you see, passion is the fuel of the soul and the body. If you have no passion, your body is like a scarecrow. You know, the scarecrow. You know, in the fields there's this. You know, some advisors are scarecrows. They come to office at 11 a.m. They walk to office. Then they go to the water cooler. So why? Because they have no passion in their life. There's no enthusiasm. There's no passion. So passion is the fuel of the soul and of the body. You need to have passion in what we do in our line. See, there's this sculpture. You know, Michelangelo. He painted the Sistine Chapel in Rome. He was also a great sculptor. So one day he sculpted a sculpture of King David. David, and he had a student. He wanted to learn sculpturing, right? So the student came and learned from him. So the student also sculpted a sculpture of King David. And what happened was that then the student said, Master, can you tell me how is my sculpture? And Michelangelo said, your sculpture looks good, but it lacks life. I say again, your sculpture looks good, but it has no life. So a lot of us wants to look good, but sometimes we have no life. Yeah? So we must have life. We must have passion and enthusiasm. I'm in this line for 21 years. Yeah, I know I look very young, right? Huh? Yes or no? Ah, because when you have joy, you have laughter, you always look young, right? So 21 years later, people ask me one question. Police, how come you still so passionate about your work? You know, when I speak to you, do I have passion? Yes. So when you respond with me with passion, then we enjoy the session together. Yes or no? Yes. You must like that. Okay, don't like. Yesterday night so tired. I drink a lot of beer. When my Apple speaking, you see stars, you see planets going around. Okay, so you must have passion in your life. It's the fuel of the soul and the body. It's so important to have that. You know, I love to go to work. I love to do financial planning. I love to meet clients. You know, if you cut my blood, you cut this vein here, the blood come out is not AB group. No, it's FP, financial planning. You must have that. 21 years later, I still enjoy. Of course, financially, I'm free. When I was 40 years old, I could retire because I make investments. I make my money work hard. You see, the rich people make money work for them. The poor work for the money. So I make my money work for me. I invest. Mutual funds, properties, everything. Diversification. And at 40 years old, I don't need to work. But I work because of two P's, passion and purpose, helping people. So that's the fun of it. You know, you can enjoy. And I like to talk. You know, when you ask me to talk, I have a lot of energy. Because in primary school, when I was in school about 7 years old, my teacher, Mr. So, he always write in my report card, he said, talkative boy, talkative boy. Always right, and I was punished because I talk a lot in class. I was punished. And then actually I was promoted in class because I talk a lot. I was promoted to stand on a chair, stand on a table, stand outside the class. Then 30 years later, I met Mr. So. I said, Mr. So, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Then he said, why? He said, when I was young, you always write in my report card, talkative, talkative, talkative. You helped me discover my talent at a young age. Today I talk for a living, right? So I thank him, you know. So it's you got to have passion. So I enjoy what I do. I love to go to office. I love to talk to clients. And you know, clients. The beautiful thing about business is clients become our friends. Yes or no? Yeah, and that's a good thing, right? You attend their wedding, you attend, their important life occasions. So it's that friendship that makes the business meaningful. We are not transactional people, we are relational people, right? Wrong? So that's why I enjoy what I do, right? So you see, the thing about, we have to be very careful because most of us, how many of you face rejection in the business? Say yes. If you never reject, means you're not in this business. How many of you wake up in the morning, there's always 3 person walking to your office or going to your home, they want to buy mutual funds and insurance. Knock at the door, please, I want to sign, give me the paper. No, you got to call. Sometimes you go, sorry, bye, you get line cut off. No. So rejection. But rejection can kill passion. Be very careful. Sometimes a lot of people in this line in Singapore, we have 5 people join this industry. After 5 years, left 1 person. And why do they leave? Because of rejection. They cannot take rejection. See, rejection can kill enthusiasm. But you see, rejection should make us better, not bitter. Rejection should toughen our spirit, not harden it. Because if it is so easy, then you and I are not needed, right? If you can walk to a supermarket and then there's this whole life policy, this term policy, this prudential, this funds there, then the person trolley, oh, I think I like this whole life policy. Okay, this mutual fund not bad. They go to the counter, you check out, you and I no more job. True or not? So we are actually paid to get rejection. Turn to your neighbor and say, I love rejections. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Tell your neighbor, I love rejection. Because you are paid, you and I are paid to be rejected. But never mind, that's why you must learn to overcome rejection, because rejection can kill our passion. See, So I always like this quote: don't just fill your life with days, but fill your days with life. Every day we have make a difference. There was this man. There was a tombstone. It was his tombstone, and it was written there. He died at age 30. He buried age 70. You know why? He died age 30. He buried age 70 because at 30 years old he lost his vision. He lost his passion. He lost his enthusiasm, and he still just exists. He's not living anymore. He just exists. And then he died at 70. And then he was buried. So he died actually at 30 years old. But he was buried at 70 years old. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to have the first P is passion. Now, we must have passion in what we do, right? So, see, selling is a transfer of enthusiasm, right? You sell, you transfer enthusiasm. You know, if somebody asks you, how's this mutual fund? You say, okay, lor. Not bad, lor. I didn't buy myself, right? Then how? How do people buy from you? You must be enthusiastic, right? And because selling is a transfer of enthusiasm, right? See, people buy you before they buy your products and services. If you're not enthusiastic with what you do, how will your prospect or clients be enthusiastic with what you do? Yes? You know, I wanted to buy a pair of shoes. In Singapore, there's this shoe shop, right? I go to the shoe shop. I want to buy this pair of shoes, brown color, but they're only black. So there's a lot of sales assistant there. Sometimes they don't try and serve the customer. They talk among themselves, right? They sell to each other. Sometimes financial advisors also don't talk to clients. They always lunch with another financial advisor. Why you do that? Because the other person won't buy from you. You got to make your lunchtime go out and see clients, right? So this sales assistant, very interesting. So finally, one lady came to serve me. I asked her a question. I said, do you have this shoe in brown? She said, don't have. I said, do you know when it's coming? Don't know. Then in my heart, I say, there's a badge, sales assistant. You don't sell and you don't assist. Why you put the badge, sales assistant? Right? So you must have enthusiasm and passion in what we do, because selling is transferring of passion and enthusiasm, right? So you must learn to what? As financial advisors, we must learn to smile more often. Can I see a good smile? Everybody give me a good smile. Hey, brother. Smile lah, brother. Okay, give me a good smile, because when you smile, it increases your face value. True or not? Well, my sister, when I was a young agent, my family all support me. They buy the policies, they buy the investment from me. Then my sister said to me, he said, Apelle, you know why you're so successful? Every time you come and see me, you will always smile and nod your head. I said, this one very good, huh? Then because normally human being will respond, right? It's called reciprocation, right? Reciprocity. If I, for example, if I would do this, you see, I put out my hand, you will have to put out his hand to shake. I didn't ask you to shake my hands, right, but you did, right? So this is human. When I smile, you tend to smile at me, right? When I nod my head, what do? You will nod your head. So when you present, you must smile, nod your head, smile, nod your head. Then the client will smile, nod your head, finally you will sign. Simple, simple thing, right? So you must learn to smile, right? Don't put a long face. Don't put papaya face. I don't know if you know about papaya. We got to learn to smile because it increases your face value, and it must come out. Enthusiasm must come out, right? You know what's the difference between a man and a woman? When we listen this way, go out this way, right? True or not? I realize there's very few ladies here, but it's true. When you talk to your husband, especially when your husband is watching TV or reading newspaper, you say, "Hello, dear. Yeah, okay. Go out, right?" But when you talk to a woman, different, no? When you talk to a woman, this way, look at me, they listen this way, come out this way. So my mother, when I first joined, I was from the Air Force. I was an officer. So I joined the insurance industry. My mother said, please don't join. You'll become a beggar. And my mother said this to me, exact words. I said, mother, don't worry. I will still give you the allowance every month. I do insurance because it's commission-based, no salary. And my Air Force job is quite high pay. I give up because I believe in what I do. I leave the job and I become an insurance agent last time, 21 years ago. I tell my mother, every month I give you the same allowance. In 4 years' time, my income 3 times more than my Air Force job, Then my mother changed. She became very enthusiastic. Then one time during Chinese New Year, my mother is the eldest sister. So her sister all come and visit. You know what she said to my aunties? She said, have you buy insurance? No, first contact. She said, you buy insurance or not? You didn't buy for my son. He's very good. He changed, And I was so embarrassed because we were trained to build rapport, right? Hello, auntie, how are you? Didn't see you for 3 years. How's your thing? But my mother don't need rapport. She tell them, you didn't buy for my son. Because she was so enthusiastic. And so you must have a passion in your life. And that's how we should live, right? Isn't it? Life's very short. In a twinkling of an eye. Some of us, I'm in my 40s. One more twinkle, maybe not around already, right? So life is short. So that's why we must learn to have passion. See, fashion sells, but passion sells more. Fashion sells, but passion sells. People who love what they do are usually the ones who rise to the top of their field and make the most money. Warren Buffett said this. Okay, and I will share with you, the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs said this. If you want to do great work, you must love what you do. So, fellow practitioners, can you turn to somebody now and say to them, and I want you to look them in the eye, even though you're sitting this way, never mind, turn your head, and say, I love what I do, man. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Don't look at me, look at your friends. One more time, One more time.